Welcome back, my Charles. You're probably wondering, what am I doing? What is this video about? Well, I'm trying to beat all the Halo campaigns on Legendary. All I've ever done is Heroic, I believe. So I figured I'd try to take it a shot and start in chronological order. I struggled to say that word way too many times. Regardless, I'm starting from Halo Reach to Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, ultimately Halo 5. I'm gonna hate that one. And Halo Infinite. Regardless, I hope you enjoy. You know, when I first started this, I was like, this is going to be easy. I've beaten Halo Reach multiple times. Usually on Heroic, how hard could Legendary beat? I mean, seriously. I quickly realized I wasn't playing on my Xbox. I decided to do this on my PC for a higher frame rate. And because of that, I'm stuck looking basic as all fudge. Mandatory cutscene.
Commander.
You know, I never noticed it before, but I saw something. I was like, what the fudge? I realized it was an invisible elite, and I was like, when was this a thing? And honestly, I tried killing it. I failed horribly. I have horrible aim. Eventually, we found some normal humans, and I definitely was not a murderer, and definitely did not try killing them. I would never do that. After all, I am a Spartan. I am a good guy. I would definitely not unload a whole round of my magma into someone's head. I would never do that. I'm completely and utterly innocent, and you have absolutely no evidence I would ever do such a thing. After deciding not to be a traitor to humanity, I decided to listen to the guy's talk. I actually decided to go AFK for a good 5 minutes. Got to the first firefight, and let me tell you, I absolutely dominated. I got all the way to this area, up to the trees with the 3 elites. I remember this giving me a lot of problems when I was younger. And honestly, I kind of steamrolled it. I was actually kind of shocked. It boosted my confidence a little too much of how I was just steamrolling everything so far. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go punch these guys. Actually, no, I'm going to blast them with this brand new gun. I am powerful. I am mighty. Oh, crap, I'm dying. After I got humbled, I honestly realized I need to keep playing it safe. And I did so. And I kept steamrolling the mission. So I got to this area. And I kind of got a little dumb and decided to charge in. Later on, I managed to get further into the mission. I was gunning him down. I was winning, and I was like, wait a second. I think this is on timer. I just gotta wait for this door to close. So after realizing that, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna back up. I'm just gonna sit here and let the immortal Spartans fight. Because unlike them, I could die. The main thing I've honestly learned so far while playing this is if you play smart and carefully and use cover to your advantage, you're pretty much unkillable. You can't die, and you will beat it. Back away! Back away! Get away from me! What? Except this situation. There's nothing that you can do about this situation. All you have to do is pray and hope for the best. Or get lucky like me and just spam fire and hope for the best. I don't know how he died, but he died, and I got lucky. I'm not complaining. First mission down. As for mission 2, this was super easy. I didn't die at all. Gah! Later on in the mission, I was minding my own business, and then I saw it. The purple ghost! And I decided it will be mine. I don't care how long it'll take. It will be mine. I bet I'll only die once or twice trying to get it. Actually, I don't think I'm going to die at all. I've been dodging its blast like I'm Super Mario. Ah! I got it! It's mine! Finally! Yes! Why did I jump out? But then, finally, I got my purple ghost. Just to watch Cat try to steal it. Thief. It's mine. I then learned a valuable lesson. Why does theirs hit harder? Their purple ghost hit way harder. Also, don't think I forgot this. I actually had to get out and use the rail cannon because this is arguably way stronger and more accurate. I was kind of sad. I was very sad. Very sad. As I was continuing the mission, I came across my arch enemy, the normal ghost, which I definitely did not die to at all. On the bright side, I didn't die as much, but eventually I hijacked it. You might be wondering, Turtle Man, why do you bother hijacking? Couldn't you just shoot the driver? Well, yes, you could. If it's a grunt, normally I try to shoot it, but this time it was an elite. And elites, they're scary, man. They're very inconsistent. Sometimes they shoot you, they do no damage. Other times they shoot you, they're doing the damage of force of God. Genuinely the most inconsistent pieces of craps I've ever met. Never mind, that did not work. I then had to hijack the ghost again. I was not happy. What the fudge? For the record, I've never seen the bigger ghost turn that fast. Never in my life. And its entire cannon turned just as fast. It's kind of annoying. It was very, very shocking to me. How is he shooting sideways? Eventually, I managed to conquer it, and I continued onward. And the biggest thing I've ever done has finally happened. You're gonna be amazed on this. Turtle artillery! Yeah! I was having too much fun finally returning the favor of what they were putting me through against them. Finally make them feel the wrath of this stupid plasma cannon! And it felt glorious, knowing they had to dodge just like I did. They had to fear for their lives just like I did. It felt glorious! But I became sad because I realized after I killed them all, I kind of had to ditch it because these cinder blocks are immovable. Genuinely, why would they do this to me? You know, I completely forgot there were a bunch of hunters in here. I believe 2 of them. I don't like them. They're very mean. Very rude. And you know by now, if you've made it this far, time for the death montage! You know the crappy thing about these shotguns? You have to be up close for them to be effective. But you can't really do that in Legendary unless you want to get punched with the force of God or blasted into oblivion by these things. That's why Sprint is my favorite thing, because it allows me to run for my life like the little coward I am. Because I love living. Don't punch me, don't punch me, don't punch me, don't punch me. Yes! You see, this is why I like these immortal AIs. Because they cannot die. They won't die, no matter how much abuse they take. So I can use them to buy me cover. And you just watch my health go from dang near full to empty in less than a couple seconds. You're flying! You see, my favorite thing is the second their shields are down, they're pretty much weaker than a grunt. But with their shields, they're stronger than hunters. That's why I hate elites. Regardless, finally moved on to the next section of this mission, and I finally hit a checkpoint. And let me tell you, as much as easy as these jackals are to take care of with headshots, they are annoying with those dang shields, because they can take on the force of God with that shield. It makes me want to have one of those shields, because that way I know I can survive a nuke! I'm not sure if you can tell, but I really don't like those shield jackals. On the bright side, I barely died getting to the end of the mission. Right here, I just want to say, thank you, George. Thank you for starting to shoot after I die! Ah! I was stuck on a bench!
Keep moving up, Noble 6.
I'm working on it! After way too long, I finally made it. And I was granted a crap ton of firepower. I had rockets. And make it even better, I had a UNSC rocket launcher with unlimited ammo. I say unlimited ammo, but in reality it was just, I had a lot of ammo lying around for this thing. It was very nice. And finally, that is mission 2. Oh yeah! You know what that means. I learned how to increase my FOB. And since we both know we hate this sniper mission, let's just skip to the death montage. Intermission for the forklift. Yes, this was very important. Ah! You know, I thought I would die a lot more, but I really didn't. So, that's it for the death montage. Whoa! Also, I was supposed to protect those civilians. I failed. Honestly, this mission's been kind of going pretty smoothly for me. On top of having a lot of sniper ammo, this map was designed for snipers, so it makes it very easy to snipe these guys off from long range. Really beneficial to me because, holy crap, you die in seconds in close range. And this right here, here's my proof. Ah, man! Being completely honest with you guys, this pistol's doing way too well. Remarkably, I know it's been nerfed compared to most magnums in the Halo series, but this has been doing me major favors for the scope. Genuinely, 10 out of 10 would recommend. You know, the best thing about dying over and over again is these AIs always tend to react in the same ways they do previously. So after a while, it gets very easy to predict them, see what they're going to do, and outsmart them, which is 90% of the reason why I'm 90% sure I was able to beat Legendary. If not for that, I would be screwed. I attempted to use my childhood strategy, ripping off this turret and becoming a walking tank going, I am a Spartan, I am unstoppable, I can never die, for I have the biggest gun. Yeah, take you guys how that went. Oh, come on! It would have been nice if he did that before I died. I just had to accept my fate. That's it! You're going down! Oh, never mind. And eventually, I finally managed to take him down. Yep, I feel victorious. Oh, come on! I can't tell you the amount of joy I had when I found out I had a checkpoint right after I killed that first elite. I felt such relief in my soul, I can't even describe it. Bad news is, I got everyone's worst objective. Defend. When you're in Legendary, that is miserable, because it means all the enemies are going to hunt you down, and they'll spawn non-stop until you beat all enemies, or a timer goes down. I'm not sure which. One of the two. Time for some hunters. Let's see how quickly I can take them out this time. You know, the best strategy I came up with was literally go hide and slowly pick off the rest of the enemies. That way I had less gunfire flying at me. Because you have less gunfire flying at you, it means you have a better chance at surviving. Ah! But sometimes death just comes after you and there's nothing you can do about it. Ah! On my very next attempt, I got very lucky. And I'm still very confused on why these hunters were so weak. Regardless, I 2-tapped both of them with my shotgun. And I felt like the most powerful man alive. I felt like a Spartan. Okay, to be completely and utterly blunt, nothing really interesting happened for the rest of this mission. It was just me jumping around and sniping from a distance. So, cue the deaths! Watching this cutscene made me get hyped. I was like, I can do this. I got this! And I completely forgot. This is Legendary. This is not going to be easy. And to prove it, this Warhog blew up the second the game started. That does not bode well for me. You know, I was starting to think I was doing pretty well. I was actually surviving. I was taking these guys out one by one. And then, sadly, like all missions. What the fuck? Ah. Watching all these rockets hit the rock, I got pretty bold. I was like, you know, I can do this. I'm good. I'm the very best. So I exited cover thinking, I can do this. I can survive. I, in fact, could not survive. But eventually, being careful and extra careful, super careful, I managed to move on to the next part of the mission. I'm sure this will end way better. Seeing the baby Wraith, I decided to abandon the Warthog for now. And luckily for me, I didn't die once in the process of hijacking it. Honestly, kind of shocked me that I didn't die once. I was kind of expecting to have in our 100 death montage. And luckily for me, since I had the baby Wraith, I could just blow up this AA cannon straight from the outside. Man, it felt pretty good, let me tell you. This right here, this is my evidence. These elites are so inconsistent. Like that one stupid cannon, when I have it, it does nothing. It does no damage. But when the elites have it, they're suddenly like a mini tank. They absolutely annihilated me. How is that fair? As I was heading to the next objective, I came across this Wraith that was on my way. But luckily for me, I kept a grenade launcher and had plenty of ammo for it, so I was able to easily stun it and blow it up. Ah, I felt very good. Except for the fact Cat stole my baby Wraith again. Ah, I can finally get some vengeance. I get to show all these stupid covenants the pain of having this thing shoot at you from a distance and you being able to do nothing. I felt very good. I was able to get my revenge and show them the fear of being shot at. As I was moving forward, I came across 2 wraiths, but there was a bunch of people with plasma pistols, so to prevent myself from getting stunned, I decided to take care of them first. Decision I would come to regret in a few seconds. A decision I decided to stick with, regardless of how many times I died. So just like usual, let's see how many times I died before I finally defeated this wraith. Ha! I bet you thought I was gonna die a lot of times. I didn't. But I died a lot to the second wraith. Don't worry. You'll get that death montage. Oh, I went right into it. I went right into it, man. Eventually, on the attempt I actually managed to take down the wraith, I made a mistake, as you saw there. My baby wraith got blew up, and I no longer had the baby wraith. But on the bright side, I did blow up the big wraith. Downside, you're about to find out. There was 2 hunters and a bunch of jackals, and I had very limited ammo and very crappy weapons to take care of them with. It was actually kind of torture. Very much torture. Anyways, death montage! What the fuck? No!
Noble 6, I need that AA gun offline now.
I'm working on it! I then finally had the best idea of all time. I would just run right past them and pretend they didn't exist. And hey, what do you know? It actually worked. I was able to get in, destroy the AA gun, and run for my effing life! But all good things always have a negative. No! Then I moved on to the next part of the mission. Good news, I have infinite ammo. Bad news, I'm already low health. Good news, I somehow didn't die once. Okay, not a lot happened. I mean, I barely died. Hey you! Give me that Banshee! It's mine! Best part about getting the Banshees, you can skip like 99% of the fights and just kind of go straight to the ending. Downside, Energy Sword Elite did not end well for me. Ah! And before anyone says, Termite, why didn't you just go to the roof? I tried that. They had shields, man. They had a window, which acted as a shield. I couldn't shoot them. I was very sad. I then realized I could cheese this. I could just ignore the enemies, especially the elite, and just trigger the button. And that's mission 4. As mission 5 began, honestly, it started out pretty well. I had the whole team, the whole squad, but I was steamrolling everything. A little too much. I got a little too bold. And it paid the price. You know, we got all the way to the spaceship, and I was like, you know, the spaceship should be easy. It should be remarkably easy. I mean, spaceship. Surely they wouldn't make that harder, right? I had no idea of how much suffering I would begin here. I died so many times. So just like usual, my turtles, let's begin the death montage. No! What's shooting me? Ah, there I go. Eventually, I realized the best strategy to win the section is literally hide behind this ship and just gun them down from a distance. The second you start getting shot at, run for your life! Oh, what the fudge? How is this fair? Oh, come on! Oh, fucking crap! I deserve that. On the bright side, I finally got to the Phantom section. And I didn't need to lock on necessarily for these rockets to actually hit the Phantoms because the Phantoms stayed in place mainly. Oh, it was such a lifesaver. Come on!
Target's neutralized.
Finally!
You are clear to dock. Activating marker.
I truly cannot tell you how good it felt when I finally finished killing all the Phantoms, and I thought the mission was finally over. I thought I was done. I didn't have to continue. Finally. But then, there was a second part of the spaceship mission. Why do they got such dead-eye effing aim? It's bullcrap! And as you can tell, I remained perfectly calm and was not slowly losing my mind right here. I was not losing my mind at all. I was just playing, minding my own business offline, and all of a sudden Creeper just subscribed. Thank you, Creeper. I'm glad you enjoyed my content. Ultimately, the best strategy I had was literally stick as close to the Covenant ship as possible and just blast when I can. Otherwise, just stay in hiding and let the AIs take care of everything. Yes! I'm done! No more stupid spaceships! Anyways, but to be overall, the rest of the mission was kind of a steamroll, just being careful, being smart, and besides one final thing, but to be able to get there, let's begin the death montage. You know, I used to hate this needle gun, and the DMR. I preferred the shotgun, the assault rifle, but now, they're my most favorite gun in this entire game. They make it so easy to stay alive, and they pack quite a punch. Then George showed up to make fun of me for taking so long. He's like, "You're a Spartan, Turtle Man. You need to clear these rooms faster and stop dying." And I was like, "Bruh, I'm trying." Remembering from when I played Halo Reach on the Xbox 360, I decided to get inside this turret and hide inside it and let George and everyone else safely take care of all the enemies. Well, I was a coward and just hid. But sadly, I had to keep moving forward. And with armor charge, I was invincible, unstoppable, unkillable! And then I remembered this was legendary. There was no surviving. Only death. But then I realized, wow, I'm not dead. I can do this. I can thrive! And I immediately realized why I can't. I watched the ship blow up. Losers. Oh! That's unfair. That's royally unfair. Let it be known! Turtle Man did not know there was an energy sword elite. He did not know. It was horrible. It was suffering. He was even right in front of me, invisible, and I did not see him. Also, fun fact, when I was editing this, Ghastly was holding an event in the Minecraft realm. And during that, I had to keep logging in because Daydrop kept dying over and over again while I was mid-editing right at this very section. Daydrop, I want you to know. That's why I killed you in the Minecraft realm. Because you kept dying. I kept having to reopen Minecraft every 5 seconds to teleport you. It was all your fault. Your fault. Vengeance will be mine! Die like I have! The joy I had when the energy sword is still just as powerful. It was so good to just run in and annihilate anyone who's left. Fight me, you one singular elite! Fight me! Fight me! Oh, wait, there's more than one. Oh. George. I wanna live! Remember the one final thing I said I wanted to show you earlier? Yeah, it was just this. It was just getting a turret. I forgot to say it when I was in the turret earlier. Let it be known, I have a brilliant idea. If I threw a grenade, I could blow up the cover and get in the turret at the exact same time. Dang it! It would allow me to actually see what I'm trying to shoot, which would make this mission go by so much quicker. Downside, I die a lot. And then, finally, I got in without the weird metal face cover, and I could gun them all down. I can get my vengeance for all my pointless deaths. Shut up, George. Just for making fun of me earlier. And then, finally, Turtle Man beat mission number 5. And so began mission 6. Honestly, let's see. I can do this. Bring it on. Bring it on. I was steamrolling these guys so well, these grunts with the plasma grenades never stood a chance. You see, I said grunts, not jackals. There's a difference. I love how they're just like, oh, it's a Spartan, but I'm more weaker than they are. Hearing the encouragement of these Marines and civilians, I got more bold! And I immediately paid the price. I found a DMR, and I was so excited. I have a long-range weapon! You know, it's really weird how I actually love these weapons now. It's genuinely shocking. I genuinely hated a DMR with a passion. Now it's my favorite gun. He doesn't even have armor! What the fudge? My question is, why does a brute who's not wearing any armor, advanced technology armor, like the elites, can use armor lock? It's dumb and unfair! Ah! I did not see that coming. Vengeance! You don't stand a chance when I'm the one using the gravity hammer, now do you? I'm unstoppable! I'll neither confirm or deny, I kind of went a little mad with power once I had the gravity hammer and was able to get vengeance on all these enemies for one-shotting me sometimes. DMRs! They're so beautiful! And so many of them! It's so amazing! Fear the power of the DMR, for it makes me ultimate mighty. Because they cannot shoot me from a distance, but I can shoot them. It makes me invincible. And you would think of how quickly and easily I've been kind of clearing this part of the mission. I would keep steamrolling it. Well, no, not really. I kind of kept getting dumb. I kind of got too reckless, got too dumb, got too reckless and too dumb. Who knew playing smart and careful actually lets you survive? Who knew? Oh, wait. I did. I was moving pretty smoothly until I came across a sniper. I was like, I want to live. I want to live. I want to live.
We are so toast.
Out of all the deaths I've had, this one right here stings the most. I died to a plasma pistol. I'm kind of sad. I realized something in Legendary. As much as I love the Marines, they get one-tapped. I'm very sad about that. And you might be wondering why. Well, here's the cool thing about Marines. If you swap weapons with them and give them a rocket launcher, they have infinite ammo with said rocket launcher. They have infinite ammo with literally any weapon you give them, which is why I love Marines. Because you could give them, every single one of them, a rocket launcher, and they will be unstoppable. But sadly, all my Marines die. You know the cool thing about predictable AIs? After a while, you can figure out what they're going to do and plan around that. So I had this strategy of quickly swap to the shotgun, run up there, keep this guy around, eventually kill him with the shotgun, and then use the fuel rod to kill the gravity hammer brute, and then use the good old-fashioned DMR to pick off the rest of them, as well as any fuel rod cannon ammo. And what do you know? It actually worked. I just wanted to prove I killed the final jackal. And then, finally, a forced pelican ride. I'm pretty sure, just like last time, I won't die a single time. Oh yeah, I hate banshees. They are stupid! Eventually, after actually shooting the banshees down, I was able to get to the next part of the mission. Yeah! I honestly thought I could hijack this falcon. I couldn't, and I was sad, and I went home and cried. I went out of my way to go destroy this wraith. And you see this ghost? Keep it in mind for later. On my way to the final objective, I made a crucial mistake. Something I completely forgot about. Also remember that. Remember that ghost? Yeah. There it is. It killed me. I should have killed it earlier, but I chose not to. And I have paid the price. And that stupid ghost came back to kill me again! Round 2, you stupid ghost! Let's go! Die! I felt so much joy when that ghost exploded. Genuinely, I felt very, very happy. And now, for that second thing I told you to remember. While there were still a few brutes in there, Gravity Hammer one specifically, I realized, what if I just went straight to the button and clicked it? What's stopping me from doing that? And well, it worked! And I officially completed Mission 6. This mission was surprisingly easy, besides like 3 things. honestly, I barely even have to mention it. That's why we're just gonna do deaths. The first thing I need to mention was this mission. There was like 3 hunters. I didn't even realize this. I could just go activate the button and completely ignore these hunters. But I did try fighting these hunters for some dumb reason. Ah! After dying for completely unnecessary reasons, I finally realized I could just click the button and just leave. There's nothing stopping me. I could just leave. And I was kind of brain dead right here going, why? Why was I fighting everyone? The one and only assassination I have ever gotten this entire campaign playthrough. The second thing I wanted you all to know was, weirdly enough, making my way to the objective was way easier than trying to leave the building. I severely despise whoever designed this mission. And the final thing was, I really hate these stupid flying bugs! Good. Yeah, that was it. Okay, just montage until the end of the mission. You know, I feel sorry for all the Marines that I spawned with. Because they are not surviving this mission. At all. There is no hope for them. I accept my fate. That was at least until I got a tank. A tank! I am unstoppable! Never mind, I was very stoppable. Ultimately, just like all fun things, I had to abandon the tank. I was very sad. On the bright side, the Marine decided to stay with the tank. I wish that Marine's luck. You're gonna need it, soldier. I'm dead. Oh, come on! I ran off to go get some better weapons. By the time I came back, Noble Team already killed all the AIs. They left nothing for me. It felt very unfair. And I proceeded to become an idiot, thinking this was the door I needed, thinking I missed the checkpoint, thinking these guys screwed me over and I soft locked. Little did I know that this door was where I was supposed to continue. And I felt like an idiot, sorry. And let me just say, having a whole team of invincible Spartans who genuinely cannot die because the game won't let them makes this way easier. Honestly, I could probably just stand back and they could do all the killing and I wouldn't have to do jack crap. It is so easy and amazing. There was only one elite left, so you know what that means. Fight me, you coward! Oh, hey, it's Halsey, the person who kidnapped hundreds of kids and turned them into super soldiers. Everyone loves Halsey. I then got told we have to defend something and turn on a bunch of turrets. So you know what that means. Beep, boop, bop, beep again. I know there was a whole defend mission, but I chose Banshee. Banshee's the way of life. You know, it'd never be a true Turtleman video if I didn't say I went AFK for an hour. And I had a whole hour of my recording of just paused. I didn't pause the recording, I just let it keep going. Like a complete and utter fool. No, 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 no! Get away! Get away! Why is he so much faster than me? Doesn't feel too good now, does it? Ha ha! And that's another mission down. And finally, the final mission. And just like usual, let's just do a death montage. Ah! What the fudge? No! I took the Wraith as my reward. My victory spoils from my suffering. What do you mean it's too big for this crater?
Silent Cub. Hit him hard.
You're on your own, Noble. Carter out.
Crevice to the east. Let's go.
Carter was my favorite Noble team member, so I wish to honor him. It was nice knowing you, Carter. I already miss Carter. I wouldn't have to deal with these stupid bugs if Carter was still here. But no, I get the stupid bugs! I'm in the final stretch. Oh, yeah. He took a Spartan laser! Why can he take a Spartan laser to the face? What sense does a shotgun not break through the damn shield? Can you tell I was getting slightly upset at jackals? Could you? You couldn't? Well, good to know. Now you know. Eventually, I got to these two hunters, and I didn't know it yet, but I did realize a cool trick to completely skip these hunters. But, as usual, you know what needs to happen first. I'm dead. I got to the door thinking it would just automatically open, going, please, please let me in! And then, well, sadly. But that death gave me the idea to shoot the glass. And it worked! I could just skip the hunters! Doesn't mean anything better happened. About the same thing happened. Non-stop death. Once more, Turtle Man went AFK for an hour and left the recording on like a complete and utter fool. No, 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 no! Get away! Not again! Not again! Get away from me! Not again! Fucking bullshit! Feel my rev! God! So, fun fact, I got so mad, I slammed my desk, and my PC froze, and corrupted the footage, and I spent 3 hours fixing the footage. Lol. Yeah, I had to take like a 3-hour break to calm down before I continued playing, because I was royally mad, because I kept dying. And got mad because the game crashed, and my footage corrupted. Yeah, that was not fun to sit through, because the issue with that, fun fact about that, is when my footage corrupts, I have to watch it from beginning until the moment when OBS crashed or my PC crashed, and then I can export it and save the footage. Otherwise, it turns from however long it is into a 24-hour long footage, and the footage recording was like 3 hours. I got very lucky. I kind of paused way before it crashed. Anyways, here's your fun fact for today. Of course, he fucking died right there. God, fuck! Can you tell I was still mad about it? Lol. Let me tell you, this Magnum was carrying me so much. It was just absolutely annihilating everything I could with it with headshots. I have never loved a Magnum more in my life until this mission. God, no! 3, 2, 1. Damn it! God, fuck! And you might be wondering what that 3, 2, 1 was about. Well, it's quite simple, my dear turtles. It was because that was my realization that checkpoint was way further back than I thought it was. Because I thought I hit a checkpoint way further ahead. I was very disappointed and sad. And then it happened. The mission was over. I was done. I was free. Keys can take Cortana and the mission's done. What do you mean there's more? I tried making a mad dash to the cannon, thinking I would hit a thing and it would despawn enemies, and I could just begin the next part of the mission. I would gain immunity. That I genuinely thought that. I was like, I could just skip it. I could skip it like I did with the buttons earlier. But sadly, I was dead wrong. You don't get immunity when you're a damn thing? I officially died to grunts. I'm never gonna forgive myself for that. Just normal, non-plasma grenade grunts. God! I cannot explain the amount of joy and relief I kind of felt when I found this DMR just laying there. And also feeling like an idiot for not noticing it all the previous times I died. But I found it now, and that's what matters. The good old noob combo. It's coming in clutch right here. Charged up plasma pistol, 1 shot to the head of the DMR. These elites are going down for a nap like nobody's business. GG, Emil. It was nice knowing you. You know, when I got on this Mac cannon, I thought it would be remarkably easy and just shoot the cannons. I thought you would have some invincibility, but no. You die quicker on the Mac cannon than anything else. Great, I feel like I'm gonna die 100 times right here. You could just hear my soul leave my body. That was so amazing. How am I even
Driver won't crack those shields.
Do this, but I won't help because I'm a stupid fuck. This red bag thing has a shit ton of guns! This is the first time I got so mad and so annoyed. I actually went and was Googling some cheeses for this mission just because I was getting that annoyed. If you were curious what all that gibberish was, that was me questioning why Captain Keyes, when he was on a literal frigate with a crap ton of guns, wasn't shooting these things down himself. I don't know why. It was annoying me. It was just maybe plot hole right there. As for the cheese I found, apparently if you hide under this Mac cannon right here, nothing can shoot you. So you can just hide underneath the Mac cannon. Until Captain Keyes goes, "You need to shoot the thing!" Then you need to quickly get in and shoot the ship. And you might be wondering how I died. Well, fun fact. With this mission specifically and this Mac cannon, you cannot actually fire the Mac cannon until the animation of Noble 6 entering the Mac cannon finishes. Meaning, you gotta hope you do not die until you can fire the Mac cannon. So it's pretty much luck. And let me tell you, I got really bad luck. But then, finally. Finally! Yes!
Good gun, Spike. All stations, brace for cast-off.
Hey, it's Master Chief. Why couldn't they wake his butt to come help me? He is in the game. And finally, the final mission. I can tell you I did at least one thing. If I'm done, you're going with me!